video. So this is like my 7th time trying to make this video because I keep forgetting to put things into the video. So, alright, so this is going to be another PvP / strategy tip type of video, right? And this is going to be the different ways you could take down an Oppressor Mark II, get the player off of the Oppressor Mark II, either or, okay? And, okay, so starting out, we're going to start with the weapons, right? And we're going to be talking about the first way, which is going to be the homing launcher, okay? So what I usually do is I usually throw a couple sticky bombs, kind of like I take down the jets, but you got to keep in mind if someone is like trying to dive bomb down at you with an Oppressor Mark II, they're going to be, say, like right here, and they're going to wind up actually like there, like that way, because they're going to be coming towards you, if that makes any sense. So, and they're going to be shooting the missile down at you and like skating up at the last second. So if you throw some sticky bombs down, kind of like a jet type of deal, except for the jets come at you from like, you know, from up high down to low. These are going to be going from low and then going up back up high. So if you spam the homing launcher, if they're right here, they're coming at you, shoot it a little bit above them, blow yourself up at the same time. You might be able to catch them, smack the RPG or the homing launcher missile right into them, take them out pretty easily. You know, I've done it before. I do it all the time. You know, yeah. So that's one way. The next way is the Atomizer. You know, whatever works easier for you. I think it works better in first person using the Atomizer. Just, you know, and you could also, you know, like do it in third person and then hit the R stick down and you'll zoom in a little bit. That's with any weapon. You'll zoom in just a little bit. I don't like the way this looks with the when you do it in first person and zoom in. It looks, I don't like that. It's kind of confusing to me. I don't know. It screws me up. I don't really like that. You know, I don't know. Some people like it. I don't like it. But anyway, that's besides the point. So okay, so that's the next thing, right? And if you do happen to bounce them off of their Oppressor Mark II, if they're close enough, you can lock onto them and shoot them down as they're falling or whatever. Or, you know, if they stand back up, you might be able to lock onto them and kill or whatever, you know. Or if you're a free aimer, you could free aim and just take them out. That must be really hard doing a free aim when you're trying to shoot somebody as they're falling down. That's crazy, bro. If you could do that, man, you got mad skills. Okay, so the next one is going to be registering as a CEO or a VIP and dropping some BST and using the marksman, right? Okay, look at this. So the marksman holds 16 rounds, okay? So 16 rounds, and in about like 6 or 7 seconds, I spammed 16 rounds. That's why I use the marksman, because if they can't drop BST, because obviously they're up on top of their oppressor, so it's going to be hard for them to do it, you know. So as opposed to using a sniper rifle, which is they got to be completely still for this. You know, I have sniped people off of their Oppressor Mark IIs, but they were pretty much sitting still on top of a building, something like that, and I've been able to catch their head or just, you know, get a headshot, clip them, get them off of there, you know, shoot them off. I have done that before too. Okay, so that's possible as well, right? Okay, so the next weapons we're going to talk about are the minigun, which I wouldn't recommend doing this in first person because it's kind of wanky the way that, like, I don't know, using a minigun in first person is just really, really awkward. I don't like it. It just seems like you move so slow. You know what I mean? That or the what is it? Hang on, let me show you this. I gotta disable my custom weapon loadout. I can't believe I'm making this again, dude. This is like fucking 7 times. But anyway, alright, so drop some BST again. And you can either use this Unholy Hellbringer, I think that's what it's called. The Unholy Hellbringer? Is that what this is? No, the Widowmaker, my bad. Widowmaker. The Widowmaker or the minigun, either or. I would do it in third person. And try and get the headshot on them while they're on the oppressor, just sitting still for that brief second. And get them out of there, and you should be able to take them out. You know what I mean? Now, however, the bad thing about this is, if it's at night, and especially somebody like me that's pretty decent at free aiming in my Oppressor Mark II, all you're doing by doing this, if you don't take them out quick, all you're doing is giving them, like, you're giving them a landing strip or like a sight for them to aim their missiles down at you. See what I'm saying? Like, you're just basically saying, like, here I am, come here and just, you know, aim down at me, and, you know. So yeah, so you're gonna wanna you're gonna want to be careful with that. That's why you gotta take them out quick, man. You need to do it quickly. So you ain't got no time to waste. You gotta do it quickly. Okay, so that's it for the weapons. Oh wait, hold on, one more weapon. So drop some BST, and you could also, this combat MG Mark II will melt somebody off of an Oppressor Mark II, man. Like it'll take them out of there quick, man. The only bad thing is if somebody, like, if you're locking on and you're following them and they happen to go over a building, you're not gonna get the kill on them because the Oppressor is so agile and it's very, very, you know, it's just it maneuvers so quickly, you know. And so you gotta try and take them out, try and get them out in the open somewhere where they can, you know, you have some room to maneuver and try and lock onto them, and they can't fly over stuff and you lose track of them, you know. And then your lock on is gone, and then it's a wasted opportunity. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the different vehicles, all right, that are used to take down the Oppressor Mark IIs. Okay, so the best one that I could recommend is going to be this right here. It's like $5 million, okay? It's called the Ruiner 2000. If you do the CEO mission that's in your CEO office, if you start that up, it takes place over at the military base, right? If you do that, it'll knock some money off. I think you get like a percentage off. Like, for me, it's like 4,300,000 and something now. But I already own one, so why would I want to buy another one? I hardly ever use this thing. The only time I use this, and what this is good for, is I'll show you real quick. It jumps and it has like a parachute. It's pretty cool. But standing alone like this, like pulling it out like this, sucks. It only has 8 missiles on it, and it blows up in 1 missile. That's it. Like, what is the use in that? But however, the missiles are really good on this. Like, they spin around, they follow you. Like, the missiles on this thing will follow an Oppressor around buildings. Like, these missiles are like the best missiles in the game right here. But if you do own this, go start up the VIP work and then go to fully loaded, and you will get a fully upgraded version of one of these. And basically what you have to do is blow up a bunch of, like, limousines. They're kind of like, they're like armored. I don't know, they have like a gun on top of them. They look like a limousine kind of, but they have like a gun on them, and there's like a gunner in there, and you have to blow like 10 of them up around the map. And while you're doing that, while you're in that mission, basically this thing is like indestructible. Like, it takes like 90 something missiles to blow this thing up. Like, you cannot blow this thing up. And even if it does get destroyed, you get another one. Like, they put another one somewhere for you, so you can go back and get it. A lot of people think this thing is really overpowered, but I don't think so, because you can still go off the radar and shoot somebody out of one of these. I have a video clip of the other day that this girl was acting all toxic, and she started that mission up just to grief people. Just specifically to grief people. And then me and this one guy were like, dude, we gotta get her out of there. He's a totally random dude. I was like, yo, I said, let's get her out of there. I went off the radar in Ghost Organization, and as she was coming around the corner, I waited down the road, I shot her out of it, and then we didn't let her get back in it. And then she left the lobby. She was pissed. So I killed her like 3 or 4 more times, and not letting her get back into her Ruiner 2000, because we knew what she was doing with it. You know what I mean? So, but now this, you got to keep in mind, this has its own icon on the map when it starts. When someone pulls out a Ruiner 2000, this, the Deluxo, the Scramjet, the Stromberg, all those weaponized vehicles have their own like icon on the map. So if someone is coming across you on an Oppressor Mark II, they're gonna see that you're in one of those vehicles. Okay, so they're probably gonna do something cheap and go either in a Ghost Organization or off the radar or something like that. And they're gonna see, oh man, this guy's gonna tear me up. This person's gonna tear me up because they're in the Ruiner 2000, or they're in the, you know, Stromberg or whatever. And those vehicles have, like, you know, not so much the Stromberg. The missiles are good, but they're not good. Like the Deluxo, the Vigilante, the missiles are phenomenal, man. Like, they'll spin around and do circles, and especially this one, the Ruiner. These missiles are beast missiles, man. Like, an Oppressor Mark II will not escape these missiles unless they get lucky and happen to like dip out in between 2 buildings or something. But most likely not. Like, I've seen players get some really good kills with this Ruiner 2000. Okay, so the Vigilante and the Toreador do not have their own like icons. You know what I mean? So that's what makes those the best vehicles to probably go to. Because as far as the person on the Oppressor Mark II, as far as they know, you're just in a regular car or in on a motorcycle or something, or even just standing on the side of the road. They don't know that you're in a weaponized vehicle. That's why I like the Toreador so much, because it takes 5 missiles to blow up, right? The missiles aren't the greatest. I hope in the expanded enhanced version, I hope they give us a chance to maybe either purchase this outright and make it not indestructible, like say make it 5 missiles to blow up and give it 20 missiles, you know what I mean? That would be sick. That would be really sick. I don't think that they'll ever do that. I don't know why, but they should. Or let us purchase Ruiner missiles on the Toreador and the Stromberg. Make it even 500,000 or $1 million, man. And no Oppressor Mark II in the lobby would be safe, you know. And you can't really think of it as them being too overpowered or anything. Because I hear people say, oh, the Ruiner is too OP. It's not, though, because you can shoot somebody out of it, dude. I've done it. I do it all the time. You know, all you do is just park your Oppressor down the road a little bit or near, if they're going to be doing the fully loaded thing, and just, you know, kind of plan it right and just shoot them out of it. And you'll get them out of there and make it impossible for them to get back in there. So, yeah. I have heard a rumor that the musket is good for getting people off of an Oppressor Mark II. I'd never tried it myself. I've heard that. I think it was my friend Evan that told me that. I don't really know for a fact if that works. I don't know if I would use the musket, because it reloads so slow unless you glitch reload it. You know, you might have a chance doing it that way. You know, so that's another possibility if you guys want to try that, see if it works out. But the Toreador is basically, you see the icon on the map? That's what it looks like. That's how you know somebody's in a Ruiner. Same thing with the Stromberg, same thing with the Vigilant, or not the Vigilant, same thing with the Deluxo. They all have their own icon. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you know someone's in a Ruiner 2000. But like this, I wouldn't take this into a fight. Not an Oppressor Mark II fight. Not like this. Not just fresh out of the garage. I would have to start up that fully loaded mission if I'm gonna do it. That's the best way to go. And that was brought to a lot of people's attention by the guy named The Professional. He's a really good YouTuber, and he has some really good videos. You should check him out. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it. We covered everything. But the Toreador is gonna basically be your go-to, man. You know, and if you have to fight somebody on ground, just use the weapons that I told you. You know, that's gonna be your best bet to do it. You know, so alright. That's basically it. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your night or day or whatever. Day, night. Peace. Have a good night.